All right, so here's that video I've been promising about the XSR900. So what's going to happen today is we're going to get rid of this ugly stock exhaust that's on here, and we're going to replace it with an Akrapovic exhaust pipe. It finally came in the mail. Actually, it came last week, but I just haven't had time to put it on. So today's going to be the install video, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do it for those of you that don't know. It's pretty simple. So what's going to happen, and I apologize for the noise in the background. They're building new houses next door, and they got their compressor and all their tools working. But basically, the front, you're going to remove these exhaust header bolts, or nuts, I should say. They're 12 millimeter. And then, of course, the O2 sensor. And we're just going to unplug it right here and then unscrew it. And then there's a 12 millimeter bolt right there, and then a nut on the other side. And then the whole thing should just drop right off. And anyway, I'll demonstrate that in just a few minutes. So first, I'm gonna undo these wires here, or pull them out from the clip. And there we go. That was a little tougher than it needed to be. All right. So then you take a 7/8 wrench and just undo the O2 sensor. And there it is. So we're gonna put that aside. We're gonna put that back on, the new pipe. And now we're gonna take our 14 millimeter, and we're gonna loosen this bolt up. I'm sorry, that was 12 millimeter, not 14. We're just gonna loosen it up. Same thing on the other side. And now for the front. Need a shorter extension. I apologize for all this noise. We got ambulances coming by. We got people running the compressor next door. And it's hot as hell outside today. They say it's gonna be like 100 and something. Like 105, between 105, 110, 90% humidity. And it's hot as two hells down here in North Carolina. All right, so we got those bolts off. So then, I'm gonna take those two bolts out, and the whole exhaust pipe should come falling off. We'll find out here in just a second. All right, so there's the old exhaust pipe. The thing's heavy, and there's the. I should probably get those gaskets, some new ones. But anyway, now we'll take a look at the new exhaust pipe and see how that looks. All right, so what we got here is the Akrapovic stainless steel exhaust pipe with the carbon fiber canister. And they included the bracket for the canister. And then I'm not sure where this piece goes, but there's some instructions on there that tell us where that's gonna go. So I'll let you know how that goes. And then some springs, washer, some sort of clip, and a bolt. Not sure what that's for. We'll find out. And they gave us some copper paste. And what they did not give us is the new exhaust gaskets. They go up here, but I'm gonna reuse the old ones. They look fine. Just gonna clean them up a little bit. Looks like they got a little bit of I don't know, grime on them. So I'm just gonna clean them up just a little bit, and then yeah, and then we'll go ahead and start installation. Should be pretty easy, but we'll see. All right, so we got the front header on, and it wasn't bad, except these flanges that go in there, they're kind of a pain in the butt to get them on the screws. The biggest problem is reusing the old gaskets. When you go to put them in there, they just fall out. There's nothing to hold them in. So you got to try to get it to stay while you put the exhaust up there. Otherwise, there's nothing to hold them. They just free fall. So I stuck them up there, and somehow miraculously it held. And then I was able to get the exhaust on. That's kind of a pain in the butt. But anyway, so now we're going to put the O2 sensor back in, and then we'll connect the mid pipe, the squiggly piece, and then we'll put the canister on, make sure that's all good. And then I think that should be about it. But anyway, we'll go from there. All right, so you can see the O2 sensor is back in where it belongs in this clip down here. And I pulled that boot back down onto the plug. I guess it's for rain, so water doesn't get down in there. And now we'll go ahead and put the mid pipe on. All right, so I slid the mid pipe on, the twist section, and they want you to reuse the stock bolt that came out of the right side and put it through the hole in the exhaust. There's a little flange with a hole on it, and tighten that up, but only hand tight for right now. And then they want you to put a spring right here. Probably should have put the spring on first before you put the O2 sensor in, but hey, I can still do it. It'll be all right. So let me tighten that up. Just hand tight, of course. And now we'll get the canister and see how that goes. There's also that extra piece. I'm not sure where that goes, but I'm gonna look at the instructions and I'll let you know in just 1 second. Okay, so I found out that that piece that I showed earlier is gonna go somewhere like right behind here. So they want me to take off this bolt, swing arm nut, which is a 19 millimeter. And then for this bracket, for the brake and foot peg assembly, this one's a 12 millimeter and a 14. So they want me to take these off, and then I'll show you how to position it, or how they want you to position it. So we'll go from there. All right, so let's take these off here real quick. this thing's on there pretty good, so we're gonna whip out a All right, we're gonna loosen the other one. I don't like when things make noises like that. Kind of makes you nervous, doesn't it? Now for this big 19 millimeter. Okay, so on the picture, you can see it shows that they want you to put this piece behind those two bottom brackets and have it kind of running behind the brake mechanism, brake activation switch. And then this piece at the end will stick out. And I guess that's where you're gonna mount the canister. So let's see if we can figure that out. Okay, so this bracket is supposed to go back here, like so. But I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working right, because this bolt, you know, is not long enough. And then the screw that goes in here, this one, is not long enough to go in there. So I was wondering, well, how could that go in there? And then I realized that because I didn't follow the removal instructions of the old exhaust, the original exhaust, I figured I know how to take that off. I don't need the instructions. But the instructions tell you to take this piece off right here, this aluminum colored piece. So I guess I just have to find an Allen head, take this piece off. So when you take this bracket off, the width of this new bracket will make up the difference here. So this all go together pretty smooth. But because I didn't read the removal instructions of the original exhaust, I missed that part. So there you go. But I figured, hey, I don't need instructions how to take off the original exhaust. But hey, I guess I did miss a part. But anyway, lesson learned. Anyway, let me take that piece off and I'll get back to you in a minute. All right, so this is a 4 millimeter Allen head. I'm just gonna take this off. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, my camera is not wanting to cooperate today. I have this tripod mount here and it's just not wanting to cooperate with me. All right, so there's that piece. So now all I have to do is mount this new bracket. it said use the original. So okay, so it says in the book that you're supposed to tighten these down to, let's see, what's the torque spec? It says 65 foot-pounds on the top and 25 foot-pounds on these two. So I'll get my torque wrench out, I'll do that, and then I'll show you the rest. All right, so we got that bracket on there. So now I'm gonna take this exhaust pipe, this canister, and slide it onto the pipe. And we need the bracket for it. And so we're gonna put the bracket on. So that's a 14 millimeter bolt. They gave you that one. So tighten that up. And now we gotta put these springs on. That's the hard part. But before I forget, I think we can go ahead and tighten this bolt down. All right, safe to tighten that one. Make sure I gotta tighten the exhaust header bolts. And then I gotta put these springs on. And then once I put all the springs on, I think this thing should be ready to go. All right, there it is, the exhaust pipe. Everything's tightened down. O2's plugged in. I tightened the header bolts. I put all the springs on. As you can see, the springs are in place. Same thing on the other side. Actually, it wasn't that bad to put on. Tighten this bolt down, so everything's all set. And so now we just have to fire it up. But before I do that, I did want to make a little explanation on why I got this exhaust, because I'm sure someone will ask. But there's a good reason for it. Other than the fact that Akrapovic is probably one of the best exhaust systems on the market. Okay, it's the stainless steel one, it's not the titanium, but I wasn't going to spend $1,500 on an exhaust pipe. But anyway, so what I wanted was the Leo Vinci GP dual pipe. So if you don't know what that looks like, basically it's a pipe that comes up to about right here, and then it goes into two dual pipes and comes up kind of back here on the side. And it's got a dual stack GP style pipe, kind of like the Ducati Scrambler. I think this Scrambler has that style pipe. And I'm trying to think what other bike comes like that. But anyway, so that's what I wanted. The problem is Revzilla stopped carrying that pipe. About a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, they had it on the website, but I wasn't ready to buy yet. And then when it was time to buy, they stopped carrying it. So I called them up and said, hey, it disappeared off your website. And they said, yeah, we don't carry it anymore. So I guess I could have went to another website and bought it, but the thing is for my birthday, I got a gift card to Revzilla. So I used the gift card to purchase this exhaust. So I had to get something from Revzilla. The other option is I could have got a Yoshimura pipe, but I don't know. I just didn't like that one as much. I don't have a problem with the Yoshimura pipes. I just preferred to not get that one. And then this was the other option. Oh, of course, you could have got the titanium version of this for twice this much. No need for all that. And according to Akrapovic, you don't have to tune the bike. It won't set a check engine light. And I don't plan on spending all that money on tuning it. I'm sure it's fine. Probably could do a little bit better and adjust the fueling and all that stuff, but it'll be okay. I'm not going to go through all that. I just want the pipe. The other pipe I wanted is the Terminioni pipe. It's an Italian company, if you've never heard of it. This other YouTuber, his channel is XSR Detroit. Check him out. He's got a Terminioni pipe on it. It looks badass. I really would like that, but Revzilla doesn't sell that one. So I don't know where he got his from. I failed to ask him. But anyway, check him out, XSR Detroit. And he's done a whole bunch of stuff to his XSR900. Looks really, really cool. And I like that bike he's got. So anyway, without further ado, the bike is not warmed up. So it's cold right now. So we'll see if we can start it up and see what it sounds like. Oh, that sounds good. Nice rumble. It's a little bit of smoke from the bike, but that goes away. My other pipe, my Dan Moto pipe, did the same thing. It smoked really, really bad, but I think it's just whatever coating they have on there is smokes a little bit, but it goes away in just a couple minutes. Anyway, it's pretty awesome sound. I can't wait to take this thing out and rip it up a little bit. Probably won't happen today. I still have a bunch of stuff to do around the house. I was meaning to do a first ride video with the exhaust pipe, but it's probably gonna have to wait a day or two, just because I got so much to do today. And so anyway, unfortunately, I won't get to ride it today, but very soon. So stay tuned. If you like this video, you have any questions, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any comments or questions, put it down below, and I'll respond as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.